And just like a real good friend of mine told me, sometimes you got to sit back and watch who's really with you and who's on the fence and just waiting to crucify you. Oh, we are back in the house tonight. Facts over feelings. Grandmaster Jay in your ear hole. If you are here as a friend, welcome. If you're here as a foe, hang out. If you just here because you much folk, then guess what? I'm about to shatter a whole bunch of stuff that the people didn't want y'all to know about. You see, sometimes people, when you're doing the right thing, and they know that they ain't done nothing, then they'll sit around and come up with a program because they don't want anybody to give the credit to the praise to the great I am. Y'all know what I'm talking about? But to y'all folks that showed up because you want to know what really happened, I'm going to start off by saying, if you wasn't there, I'm going to shut, I said this to a few people. I said, when I get back, I'm going to shut everybody down by saying, but you won't dare. You won't dare. Don't make me start reading some of these emails and letters that I got about why you won't dare. And don't make me start pointing out that you won't dare. So automatically, whatever you say is canceled. The only people qualified to talk is those that were there, who saw what happened, who went through the experience, who heard the word, who was in the crowd, who gave the chant, who walked in the hot-ass sun and seen people falling out, who you was there. But if you wasn't there, you need to shut your motherfucking mouth, and that's coming from the leader of the NFAC. Now, before I even get started, y'all know why we here. We're not going to pussyfoot around. See, this is the part that I don't understand, is that you wasn't involved in anything. You weren't privy to the conversations that went on. You didn't sit and talk to the AG. You didn't talk to the government. You didn't talk to the people who was in law enforcement. You didn't talk to nobody. You didn't have no meetings with nobody. You didn't know how nothing was going to be set up. You didn't know how it was going to be nothing. You didn't know who was working together and who won't. You knew nothing of these things. Yet you sitting here talking like you experts and got the audacity to speak on something that you was even too cowardly to participate in. You see, people scared of change, especially when they see it being done, not just being sat around talked about. Now, I know I got two groups of people on here tonight, so let me welcome y'all to Facts Over Feelings. First thing we're going to let you know, we got these people over here. I call them that dude's people. You know, the ones that I told you, see, I told you someone's going to go around. I told y'all, look at this. Oh, look at this. Come on, y'all. Oh, you got them folk. That's how they in here. Because they really still don't know. They won't dare. Think about it. Then on the other side, we got the folks that, you know what, Jay, I'm good, man. All you had to do is let me know what happened, that I know, you know, blah, 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 blah. I'm good. I just need to hear a word from you. I'm good. You got them folk up in here. The funny part is, in the middle of them, there are some folks that's kind of both ways. They on the fence. Y'all know what I'm saying? They the ones that I rock with them, and some shit happened, and they ran away. But they ran away. They ran away. They ran away like, y'all remember when y'all used to watch basketball games, and you be down to the fourth quarter, and you just know the game is over. You say, I'm going to bed. Ain't no way in hell they can come back from that. And then you went to bed and woke up the next morning, and somebody said, bruh, did you hear, bruh? He was like, but I thought they lost. You didn't stick around to the end. And I've come before you tonight to shed some light on some facts, backed up by some documentation, backed up by some illustrations, and then backed up by some factual information. Can I talk real quick? Mm-hmm. Now, let's go ahead and set it up before I tear it down. As y'all know, the Black Militia Group, the Not Fucking Around Coalition, famous for the Stone Mountain invasion, to take on the threat against black folks. You know, they didn't want to talk about that. Did nothing go wrong. We got no press coverage. Even though we made history. And everybody who NFAC, y'all know we made history that day, okay? Even the folks who witnessed it know we made history. That was black history right there. We got no credit. We got no press. They didn't talk about shit. They act like it didn't happen. As a matter of fact, they even tried to bury it inside of a story about the history of Stone Mountain. Y'all know we set history on July 4th. Everybody seen the videos. Everybody, every celebrity, every athlete, every one of y'all sit here, don't sit here and get front and get all tipsy on me. You sat right there and was like, damn. Because you never seen nothing like that before. Even other cats that's in the game was like, damn, where them niggas come from. Don't act like y'all y'all wasn't all about this shit. I got the motherfucking receipts. Everybody, I want to join. Ooh, I want to be in it. Ooh. Y'all act like y'all forgot that. NFAC became the movement. NFAC. Everybody want to be down with NFAC. And all of a sudden, everybody around the globe want to be down with NFAC. It got bigger than the United States. And other people saw that shit. And they were sitting back eating a banana talking about, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all. And so all of a sudden, they sitting out looking for a way to either they can attach themselves to it so that they can be relevant, or they try to tear it down. And since they couldn't fuck with the message, because the message was to protect black people, to patrol black neighborhoods, to protect the black queen, to protect the black man from the police and anybody else, and to protect the black child. You can't fuck with that message. You knew you couldn't fuck with it. So what happened? They went after the messenger. Oh, he did this, he did that. Like you ain't got a motherfucking pass. Like people don't change. Y'all keep forgetting that Malcolm X used to be Malcolm Little. Don't sit there and talk, well, he was Malcolm X. No, he was a motherfucking black man who did every damn thing wrong that y'all like to roast people for, and he finally evolved and he became one of the greatest black leaders of all time. What the fuck make you think that he stopped making people like that? Just because your dry ass ain't done nothing with your dry ass life. Well, I'm not. The same way I stood on those steps and said they could take my life, and y'all didn't see that shit. The media didn't tell y'all about that, did they? The same way we went through the neighborhood and met with the people in the projects who they gentrifying their homes and told them that they had some hope and we'll talk for their behalf. And everybody was acting like we gonna do whatever we gotta do. We're gonna try to help y'all. We're gonna open up a dialogue with these people. Y'all trying to sit there and act like that didn't happen because they didn't show y'all that shit. Or on top of that, let's go in a little deeper. Y'all ain't see when we got down there to the motherfucking city hall how big this shit was and how all the other protests stopped just to be a part of it. Y'all ain't see, they ain't show y'all that. They ain't show y'all none of that shit. No. What they showed y'all was an incident that happened early in the morning before we even left. And then they lied about what happened. I have come tonight to ka-cling, make everybody look stupid. That's why I ain't say shit, y'all. Because I just sat back and I'm tripping off of these motherfuckers are straight lying, and y'all eating this shit up. Oh, they shot 3 of these people. It's been a shooting. Oh. Really? So first, let me make sure I get, I'm sorry. Let me make sure I got this right. My NFAC people, roll with me. Stand up. First, y'all said we were fake and that we had fake guns. Really? Still think we got fake guns? I'm sorry, I gotta throw that shit out there. Because at first, we was unorganized and we was this bullshit. Okay, not a problem. Now some motherfuckers supposed to got shot like we just got into a shootout. You wasn't there. And that's not what happened. So let me clarify for y'all tonight what actually happened. And before I do that, and I'm going to do this publicly, I want to give a big shout and an acknowledgement to Major Gregory, who is the head of the Law Enforcement Command, the Special Ops Command for the city of Louisville, Kentucky, who worked along with the NFAC very closely to ensure that there would be no incidents, to make sure that we got all the room to do what we needed to do, and to be on hand to respond to any emergencies that may have popped up. How the fuck y'all think the cops got there so quick and the ambulances was already there? They was already parked there because we agreed for them to have that because of some shit like this might happen. Y'all don't seem to understand. We had 3,500 people out there. And nobody shot anybody. So y'all, all these experts coming on here talking about, oh yeah, they had a finger on the trigger. No, that's not what happened. And y'all, the media, y'all ought to be ashamed of y'all damn self running around telling that bullshit ass story. Here's what happened. One of the motherfuckers passed out because it was hot. It was hot. He passed out. He had an old style shotgun. You know them old school joints that don't have a safety? And it hit the ground. And the buckshot went into the cement. And the cement went into shrapnel. One person got hit in the leg. One dude got hit right here in the shoulder. Another girl got hit in the arm. That's it. Nobody got shot. God damn, y'all waiting to elevate some bullshit, and the media didn't have no time running around the world with that shit. Breaking news, the BBC, Fox News, and y'all eating the see, I told you. Ooh. But here's the crazy part. They don't tell y'all what actually happened and how it got responded to. Anybody who was out there, y'all saw what happened. Let me help y'all out. Let me teach you motherfuckers real quick a little something about the NFAC. First of all, everybody who showed up got to sign one of these. This is a waiver and a release of liability, indemnation, and so forth in case You shoot some goddamn body of your own carelessness. You've already signed something that lets you know that we don't play that shit, that we're going to put you through a safety check. And once you've gotten through the safety check, then you'll be certified to participate in our formation. The people where the shooting, or what you want to call it, the discharge happened, they hadn't been cleared yet. I'm going to tell you something before I go any further. And I want to acknowledge all my partners. I'm going to call y'all partners. I ain't going to shit on nobody's name in this live tonight. Okay? I'm not going to call out who did what. I don't do that. But our investigation, we conducted our own investigation in conjunction with the LMPD because we wanted to find out what the fuck happened to. We had some visiting folks out there that I salute every last one of them from different organizations that came out because I have agreements with their commanders. We family now. And we welcome them. And one of them was standing in the back of the formation to get checked, not our regular formation. And the guy passed out. Y'all have no idea how many people passed out in that hot ass sun yesterday. It was hot out there. And what these people were doing, they were waiting for us to inspect their weapons. And here's the crazy part. I think we had done about 500 people so far, and I personally was doing the inspections. And the inspections involved addressing everything that people brought up about the last formation. So we made you show us your weapon. We made us show us that it was on safe. It made you show us that you had plates in your body armor. Made you show us that if you had a pistol or sidearm, that it was on safe and that it was secured in your holster. Made you look at us so we could gauge whether or not you was too nervous to be out there. We put 25 some people out right there on the spot and said, no. People were showing up with all kinds of shit. We was like, where did you get this motherfucker? Some dude even showed up with a goddamn rusty ass 6-shooter. The old school, one of them joints. We like, Pops, come on, Pops. People came with all kinds of shit, and we checked everything, but they was out there sweating, y'all. I'm telling you, they was standing in that blazing ass sun, and people was wiping their heads, and it was only a matter of time. So we was trying to get through them, but we didn't get to the people in the back. And bruh passed out, dropped the shotgun. Shotgun went off. Fortunately, it hit the cement and it flew up. Now here's how let me tell you how the media done lied. The media said, they were rushed to the hospital. No, we asked that they go be checked out. There's a whole lot of shit they didn't show y'all. They didn't show y'all when I came back up on the scene and me and the lead commander for the police got together and we established some yellow tape to back everybody out, but we still preparing for the march. It wasn't that serious. 2 of the people that got hit came back and swore in with us. That's how hurt they was. And then, bro, he sent a video from the hospital like, yo, Jay, I'm good, man. Just got a little something on my shoulder. That's it. We didn't get to fighting with nobody. Didn't nobody confront us. We were doing safety checks. So don't come at us with that bullshit like we didn't know what the fuck we was doing. 3,500 people and one person passed out and dropped their weapon and all of a sudden y'all acting like, no, we're not going to do that. Let me finish. So let me break it down to you because they act like, and I saw a headline where they lied. They said, gun march dissolves into gunfire. What the fuck are you talking about? This shit happened before the march, before we went down the street, before we gave the speech, before we was escorted. Y'all shut the fuck up with all that bullshit. And all y'all out there who ran out there and jumped on that dumb shit talking about, see, I told you. Your ass still ain't did shit. You ain't marched down no street with a weapon. You ain't went to defend shit. There's still crime in your goddamn neighborhood, black on black going down right now, white on white, everything. You ain't done nothing but run your motherfucking mouth and then you gonna get online and talk shit and you still ain't gonna do nothing. At the end of the motherfucking day, NFAC is all you got right now that's willing to go toe to toe with these motherfuckers. And y'all done seen us come up on in the news report telling you we having conversations with these motherfuckers. What are you more interested in? Justice for Breonna Taylor or your fragile ass punk ass ego? Now I got that out my system. I want y'all to understand the timeline of events. And then, just in case y'all missed it, if you noticed, I have not posted the live of the event. Why? Because I was shocked. I'm going to tell y'all why I was shocked. Because I knew some things that y'all didn't. And I operated in those. And I watched y'all act a complete ass. Israel. And I came back down this motherfucker and I'm looking at y'all like, really? I thought y'all was down for the movement. I thought y'all was all in like y'all say. Everybody talking about I'm going to be at the next one and all that bullshit. Come on, people. This ain't no fucking game. Don't you really think these motherfuckers got your best interest at heart? Okay, let me help you out. So, I seen some of the headlines, and I seen the people. I seen everything from we confronted the white supremacists, didn't happen. Everything to it was a shootout. It was a shootout. Okay. It was we didn't accomplish anything. It was the most beautiful thing you ever saw in your life. That was probably I almost came to tears. I almost came to tears. If y'all could have saw us, black on black on black, lined up for blocks. The whole city came out and showed us, Louisville, y'all got me for life. Them people came out there and showed us love. The people in the project, we started in the hood. The projects came out. That's what I'm talking about. This is after the shooting, you assholes. And we coming down the street and they got everything shut down. Yeah, it was a couple of movements and trying to walk with us like BLM and all them, but they got told, no, y'all got to back the fuck up and let them do what they doing. Yeah, they had people out there trying to threaten us on the roof looking like snipers, but I'm going to tell y'all something. I told you I knew things y'all didn't. Every time somebody threatened us, my people, what did we do? We got in an attack position, and I walked over to the police and said, you see the bro on the roof, right? And he like, we got him. We already handled it. Okay, y'all got it. Yeah, you sure y'all got it? You can ask any of them that was out there. They were like, we got it. And then we walked back. Hey, everybody up, let's walk. They got this. That's how we was working together to make sure that nothing happened. Then when we got down to the courthouse with the whole formation, they ain't show y'all that. And the media was all over that shit. They ain't show y'all that. There was one news reporter even said, I can't believe mainstream media is ignoring this shit that's going down right here. And she was broadcasting locally. So don't give me that bullshit. You wasn't there. You still ain't been there. This ain't the first time we did this. We did this at Stone Mountain. Okay, you got caught by surprise. Y'all knew this one was coming. So don't sit here after the fact and be a couch critic talking about, ooh, look, you ain't did shit. And I'm going to keep saying it. Prove me wrong. Do your own motherfucking formation. I make it the formation challenge. Shit, black folks, let's do formations all over the place. And watch how many motherfuckers get shot at your shit that are not soldiers. They never done that shit before, but they trying to do it now. You understand what I'm saying? Now, it was beautiful. And we had some positive outcomes. 25 minutes after, well, see, y'all too busy talking about the shootout. A lot of y'all don't know what happened after we were done. A lot of y'all so focused on with the information that the white media fed. The white media ran with that shit so quick. They was all over it. Oh, it's been a massive shootout. Somebody had some bullshit where they said, I read one that I just cracked up. It said NFFC engages BLM backed up by the 3%ers. When the fuck you ever known BLM to fight anybody? I'm done. So I came out in the judge robe tonight because I'm going to put y'all in the jury box. And when I get done, I want y'all to either pass a verdict of guilty or not guilty. Okay? Guilty or not guilty. And I'm going to tell you who the defendant is when I unpack the case. So I bring y'all, people who've been to Facts Over Feelings, y'all know when I break out the robe, we about to dig in it. So let me start. First thing I want to cover in this case is I want to break down the timeline. See, everything that happened according to a plan. Nothing was made up. Even if shit went wrong, there was still a plan. And the plan now I can share with you went a little something like this. At 9 a.m., the police started blocking off the streets in downtown Louisville in preparation for us and for whoever was supposed to show up. I don't know who was supposed to show up. I didn't care who was going to show up because I was the person that was having the event. So anyone who came against us is a problem. And they agreed to that. The city agreed to that. The police agreed to that. The legislature agreed to that. So they would protect the same way they brought the KKK up in D.C. and everybody, 15,000 motherfuckers came, all this shit. The same way they protected them, they had to protect us. We didn't need no protection, but that's the way they was going to do it. So we was going to be straight. They put a barrier around the whole thing that if you crossed that barrier, your ass went to jail. You know them 5 arrests y'all heard about? It wasn't none of us that got arrested. It was motherfuckers who tried to cross the barrier. They didn't even play that shit. They was like, oh, these motherfuckers are not playing. Grab your ass. We didn't have no worries like that. We didn't have no encounters because no one could get to us. The only people could be there was regular motherfuckers, from Louisville. And, protesters who was already in the park. That's it. Don't want no random motherfuckers walking around. We had already talked about that, y'all. Y'all ever heard the saying, there's no need to think? It's already been thought out for you. We thought of everything. We in chess, y'all. God damn it. Stop coming to me with these checker thoughts. So anyway, they got out there and started blocking shit out about 9 o'clock. Around 10 o'clock, watch this. Watch how the media done lied to you. About 10 o'clock, these 3%ers showed up. It was about maybe 20, 30 of them. And they was somewhere in a garage or some shit. We just heard about it. That was at 10 o'clock. By the time we got there, they were gone. Motherfuckers was gone, so stop believing them lies. Oh, they had a confrontation. For real? No, we didn't. Not motherfucking at all. But since we the black militia, let's throw some dirt on their ass. Because see, they don't talk about them other militias when they come out. They all alone, they waiting for something to go wrong. They won't lift up the fact that we made history. At Stone Mountain, fuck making history right here again with more of us, bigger. You should have seen the dude in the chopper. He said, damn, this shit is huge. They won't show y'all how big we shut down blocks of bodies. Okay? It won't just, here's a couple of blocks. No, it was blocks of bodies. If you was there, you would know that. The people of Louisville know. Because they was amazed. They said, we never seen no shit like this before. And even if you was a felon and couldn't carry a weapon, we had a whole section of felons. We brought the boys out too. These brothers been locked down, came home, and then they standing here with some bros. See, that's why they hate on this shit, because this is about black people. Most of the people who got negative shit to say or who buying into it, they're either white people, another race, or you one of these negroids that hang out with them and got that mentality that rather than lift up what your brothers and sisters was out there doing, you got to find something to hate on because your ass is a coward, because your ass is weak. And if you got a problem with me, I'm going to do some straight up gangster shit. Tell me where. We will pull up. You pull up, and we can settle it just like that. And I said it on behalf of the NFAC. Y'all ain't gonna keep running y'all mouth about us and then think like ain't shit gonna happen. Now our enemy is the white folks and the people that try to attack us. Don't make you our enemy. We're trying to get some shit done. Y'all niggas is messy like some bitches. Now, at around 10:30 that morning, the LMPD, they had to move some of these counter protesters back because we was about to come through. But see, y'all didn't know we had a plan. We didn't just form up and go down there. The city gave us a park to stage in to do our safety checks. That's what it was for. So that you couldn't be down there because we knew what was down the street. So when we got out there, we started checking these people. And they kept coming. It was a huge crowd. Then some protesters pulled up. And they saw this shit. We was out there we was registering people, giving them their proper armbands, verifying your ID, making you sign this waiver right here that I told y'all about, making sure you was good to go. Then you got sent over to weapons check. And weapons check is where the guy passed out. No one got shot. The guy passed out. Finger wasn't on no goddamn trigger. Stop spreading that goddamn lie. You weren't there. The guy, the heat got to him. Matter of fact, several people passed out. Some of them passed out while we were coming down Jefferson. It was hot out there, y'all. I mean, it was hot. It was like 90-some fucking degrees out there. And we out there with all that shit on, walking straight down in a city. We wasn't in the woods. Cats, everybody ain't built like that. And to all of the other elements that contributed, like, from some of the other, you heard me shout them out. I don't mind shouting out who I rock with. Okay, I got to shout out the Huey Newton Gun Club. I got to shout out the New Black Panthers. I got to shout out the Black Riders. I got to shout out all them folks that was out there with us, standing tall. I'm going to tell you, let me give y'all an imagery of some shit you didn't see. There was a scene that was so powerful. Sisters, y'all would have loved this. You see, there's an old saying that the greatest of you shall be the last and the least shall become the greatest. So what I did was when we marched us down to the courthouse, instead of making everybody go in a circle, I just turned everybody around. So now whoever was in the back of the formation became the front. And it was a sister. And she was standing there and I went up to her and I said, "Little sister." And she had all these sisters. So all you saw was sisters. And all the imagery of that and all the brothers behind them with the heat. You should have seen the looks on motherfuckers' faces. Now they trying to take this from y'all. They don't want y'all to know this shit. We was on one motherfucking accord. They don't want y'all to see when we said turn to somebody that you don't even know and tell them you love them and hug on them, black people. And they did it. It wasn't just the minute formation. It was people in the park. It was people across the street. It was people who was 3 blocks down watching. It was people behind the courthouse. It was everybody. They don't want y'all to see that shit. They want y'all to focus on some bullshit that happened before we even started. Like that's all the fuck we did. Really? Tell the whole story. And then, about 11 o'clock, the LMPD put up the barricades to block the streets. Okay? They started, you couldn't even bring your car in. See, don't listen to all this bullshit. You couldn't even drive in there. They shut down the whole downtown for us, y'all. They mean it was no man's land. You got caught in there, you went to jail because we had told them, we talked with the police, and we told them if they come at us, we're going to take that shit as an attack. And they was cool with that. And when they saw how many of us it was, bro, they was cool with us. Ask anybody who was out there. When the incident happened with the discharge on the ground because the dude passed out, when the police came, they didn't come in like, everybody go on the ground. They ain't do no shit like that. Them motherfuckers walked in, hey, Major Gregory said, we working with y'all. What's cracking? I walked right up to him. Look, this is what we got, situation. Da-da-da-da-da. Take the statements and shit. We got shit to do. They was like, cool.